Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the Onsie Talk Show. Hashtag this is us. And today I've got my amazing friend, amazing photographer here with me, Luddy. Alright, so now you're just gonna introduce yourself now, your full name, everything, nickname, maiden name, surname, the whole thing.
Alright.
Whichever you decide to choose to share.
Okay. Right, my name is Luddy Mabota and I am a photographer, but I do it as a hobby. By profession, I'm an engineer. Right? Everyone knows me as Luddy. The people I grew up with know me as Tepo. Yeah, but we're not gonna use Tepo.
Tepo.
It's Luddy.
I have a new name. I'm not calling Luddy. Cool. Awesome. Thanks so much for joining me again today, brother. I really appreciate it. All right, so today we're just going to be chatting about different challenges in the photography journey so far, in different aspects of photography. But first of all, before we go on, what's in your bag? Like, what's in your camera bag? Ooh. So your camera, your lens, your light, everything that's in your bag.
Man, I like that one. That's a beautiful question. So, okay, I shoot Nikon.
Yeah.
I carry a Nikon Z7.
Yeah.
And my bread and butter lens is my 85 Z 1.8.
Okay. Yeah.
Beautiful lens. I also carry 50mm 1.8 as well.
Yeah.
I hardly use it, only in tight spaces. The main reason I have it is just, sometimes with trick.
Yeah, for wide angles and stuff.
For wide angles, yes. And then I shoot on a Kodak 8400 that you have to get. Yeah, I think then there's just modifiers and some speed lights, but yeah.
Awesome. That sounds dope.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so guys, as he said, don't buy yourself a Nikon. You must buy yourself a Kodak instead. And
he'll get you a discount.
Yeah. Okay, I'm kidding, guys. Buy yourself a Nikon. Buy yourself any camera you want. Nikon, Canon, Sony, Fujifilm, whatever works for you. It's all about that. All right, cool. All right, so now that we started with the equipment already, so let's get into that. So let's talk about challenges when it comes to equipment. So I will just go with one challenge from my side so that you get an idea of what we're talking about. So another challenge I've had now when it comes to equipment is stands. So I've gotten myself into that. I don't think it's an addiction. I think it's just something that is. I think when it comes to equipment, the first thing that comes to my mind is safety. So I don't see myself using the normal stands anymore. I only use C stand. Is that I'm using a C stand, and even now I use the couple stands the most because they are heavy and they have good security. I mean, they have good security, but they are heavy and goodness. If you have yourself a proper triple stand, you do not need to go to the gym. Trust me on that. You can wake up in the morning, carry that stand alone. You don't even need a weight balance all the time. But if you're shooting outside, get yourself a weight balance, definitely. But yeah, so I think it's part of why even whenever I strip a little bit, people think I go to the gym. I'm not trying to show off or anything, but like I'm not, but yeah. See, like, I don't think it's even a challenge anymore. I don't have to go to the gym just because of my equipment. They are that heavy. Yeah. So, what are your challenges when it comes? What is the greatest challenge you've had when it comes to equipment? It could be camera, it could be light, it could be stand. Literally any drama you've had when it comes to equipment. Yeah.
The biggest one I've had is a camera body. Right? Okay. So I've gone through camera bodies like a hot knife through butter. So because I love close-up portraits, I love detail. Yeah. Right. I love the way you see every piece of detail in the face. So originally I had a normal DSLR, a Nikon DSLR, and then I switched to. Am I allowed to mention brands?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, and then I switched to a Sony A7 II, but it was very slow on focusing, so you miss a lot of shots. It rendered pictures very beautifully, but you miss a lot of shots.
Okay.
And then I upgraded to the Sony A7 III.
Yeah.
And I hated the way it rendered the pictures.
But the focus was better, I guess.
It was the most beautiful focus I've ever seen. Like,
okay.
And then now I found myself in a dilemma. Like, what do I do? This thing costs so much money. I spent so much money on this thing.
And you're not getting what you want.
But I don't like how it renders the picture. I tried to get information on how do I fix this, and is it just me? Because it's got this digital sharpening, but the videos are beautiful, but I do pictures.
Yeah.
And that's when I had to switch to the Nikon Z7. So that switch was extremely stressful.
I can imagine. I can imagine.
Extremely expensive, right? So that's been the biggest struggle. And on top of that struggle, remember, I need lenses that go with all these cameras.
Yeah.
So the switching up,
I remember
I've changed everything.
Yeah, I remember you didn't want to use an adapter. You want to get the actual mirrorless lenses as well. Yeah.
I don't even want to adapt on the new Z system because the people that already have the old lenses, it makes sense for them to adapt because they have the lenses.
Yeah.
I'm coming in with nothing.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking, might as well just
buy the actual lens for the camera.
Yeah. So, but that's been my biggest struggle. The fact that I had to switch from one brand to another. I'm talking the simplest things like triggers. You need a new trigger.
Yeah, I think that happened to me when I moved to Canada as well. Like, goodness me. Yeah.
You spend all this big money and it's fine. And then the small ones start coming and creeping in, and then they'll drain your soul.
It's like buying a phone. When you buy a phone, you need to buy a pouch, a earpiece, an extra charger, screen protector.
Right. Stressful. So for me with gear, that's been my biggest challenge. But I love the way my current camera renders the picture. I'm satisfied. It doesn't focus as good as the A7 III. But I know
it delivers what you want.
I know to pick my challenges now.
Yeah. So I think you can never get something 100% perfect. Yeah. It's a matter of deciding which the type of compromise you have to make.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
What compromise have you had to make? I know it's an
weight. Yeah. Canon is good, but here's the thing. I know I can shoot without a battery grip.
Oh yeah.
So with the battery grip in, the battery grip itself is heavy. Now you've got 2 extra batteries in there. My Sigma lens you see my Sigma lens alone, it's heavier than my camera.
Yeah.
The lens alone is
heavy.
It's heavy. So the lens plus the camera, the weight.
The grip.
Goodness me, yeah. But like, I mean, I get my shit. I get my shot. Sorry. I get what I want. But it just takes that weight. But like I said, it's a sacrifice, but it puts some muscles there, you know.
That's dope.
Awesome. All right, so now we're gonna go to the next challenge. The next challenge is gonna be about editing. I know you're editing guru, like you editing on the international level, the Vogue shit and all. But like, yeah. So guys, Luddy is really, really amazing with retouching, and like, goodness, bro, I am so proud of how far you've gone. Like, I mean, I know when you started it from day to day. Like, guys, he edited photo back in the day when he edits for you. Like, goodness me, you can't even recognize the person. Like, I'm kidding. But like, guys, like yo, like I look at your work now, I'm just so proud. I'm just really so proud. Yeah, so now we're gonna talk about your challenges in the editing world. You get what I mean? Yeah. So on my side, the one thing I will just go through quickly is let's see. I think my another editing challenge I would like to share is actually in regards to equipment, because I used to shoot on Windows. I used to edit on Windows. I used to edit on Windows. And someone who I'm not gonna point fingers. Someone forced me to move to iMac. Yeah, so I had to move to iMac, and that was some interesting transition. And now I can say I don't regret it. So don't go there. Yeah, now I can say I don't regret it. It was quite a bit of a long journey. I feel like even I'm still adjusting a little bit, but I am definitely glad I moved to Apple, because like one thing for me is I want my color accuracy. That is something I cannot compromise on.
Yeah.
And Apple will give you that. Like Apple will give you that. Guys, I'm someone who was anti-Apple. Like
I remember.
I was anti-Apple. And now I'm on iPhone, I'm on iPad, and now I'm on iMac. So literally my life is on Apple right now, and I never saw that coming. But it was definitely a difficult transition, but it was definitely worth it, especially when it comes to like quality of my work. I mean, editing on a 5K resolution. Goodness, like
that was the selling point.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so that was definitely a bit of a transition, especially when it comes to the keys and the keyboard. In like, cause I'm still using my Windows keyboard just because I can customize some of the keys for Photoshop, which makes my work quicker. So, but yeah, the transition was tough, but it's definitely worth it. Like, you must get yourself an iMac.
With the 5K
so you know.
display.
With a 5K display. Don't go and get some 2010 late edition.
5K.
5K.
After I got that 5K display, I remember I was asking you advice about. We were having a long chat on displays, and we kept sending each other displays and what monitors could work. Until we found that
guys, this guy was on Windows and was so frustrated, and you were still busy asking me about which monitor to buy for a proper color accuracy. And boom, this nigga just told me, I bought an iMac. I'm like, huh? Okay, cool.
It was stressful.
But yeah, no, I know the feeling. Like, yeah. So now, what's your challenge? What's your biggest challenge when it comes to editing you've had?
When it comes to editing, my biggest challenge, right, boils down to time.
Okay.
Right? Originally, when I started, I used to use like frequency separation. It's a bit of a quicker process. And then I've managed to get some work done. Yeah. And now I've switched to
macro dodge and
burn.
Whew. Yes.
Now that takes time.
Yep.
Right? It takes a lot of time.
I don't know, right? People do that thing.
It's a not everyone gets frequency separation right. It's very easy to mess it up, and that's why I decided to switch. Right, but now the problem is it takes too long. Sometimes it's not worth it, and then now your clients think you're taking. You're just sitting on their picture.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, one of my biggest clients asked me for work. Sends me so many pictures. I was like, I think like 30 pictures. He sends them and he's like, can I get them by tomorrow morning? And the other thing with me with time is, remember, I work during the day and my priorities work. So sometimes I come across as someone who just delays the work. When my creative process, my workflow
is different.
It's just very long. I look at your work sometimes and I'm in awe of how quickly you work and how beautiful the work is. Like, you know. But most of the time it's work, and I think the second one, which is almost as big, and I think I bother you this one a lot. Color grading.
Yeah.
Color grading.
I think
I actually have work on GTC.
Okay. I think it's time for me to push for like a workshop on that color grading, because and I think it's just difficult for me because the way I do my color grading is not like in a particular way that I follow.
Yeah.
Like, I literally just start editing a photo today and I'm like, okay, and this is the color I want to go for and stuff like that. So I think that's why it's been a bit difficult for me to decide how I want to teach people, like have a workshop for color grading. But I think I have to put something together.
I think you're a mastermind for me, right? And I've followed a lot of your live views and I've seen how you edit. But I never want to do it the way you do it, because it's your instinct, it's your intuition.
Exactly.
I always know the layers you put, and we always exchange these ideas. So with me as well, I let the picture guide me. But sometimes I get lost
on the way.
Yeah,
but I get what you mean, and I think that's also why it's part of the reason why it's been a bit difficult for me on how to put together how to teach people the color grading, because even when I teach people to create their own version of it. Not that I don't want to teach you exactly what I'm doing, because I feel like as much as people might want to create their own version. If I end up teaching you my version, you might stick to that. I don't mind sharing my version with you, but like I want you to be able to create your own version from my version. Yeah. So it's just like to create your own signature that people know you with. You get what I mean? Like you want to get to that stage where like people see a photo and they're able to tell who took the photo. Exactly. So that's always the aim for me. Like it's not about the money or anything. It's about making sure that you actually get what you're paying for. You get me?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty. I follow you and I try, but color grading is.
Yeah, it's a whole mission. It's a whole. I know what you mean.
Funny enough, I get people that come into my DM and be like, "Man, please teach me how to color."
Yeah, bro. I feel like you're one of those people who underestimate yourself. Honestly, I'm sorry for putting you on the spot right now, because like, bro, your work is amazing. I'm telling you that for sure. Your work is a magazine standard, and even the colors you're complaining about, it looks amazing. But I get it because we criticize ourselves.
Yeah,
we want to do better. Yeah,
and sometimes it's a feeling. Like a picture is a feeling. Like sometimes you feel like, wow, this is beautiful, but
it could be better.
Yes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it takes that one extra, increase the contrast.
Yeah.
Just that one little thing. Like, yeah.
Awesome. All right, now we're gonna go to the last challenge of the day, and that is client challenge. So in regards to dealing with clients, your challenges with dealing you have a client and stuff like that. So I think I'm just gonna share another random challenge that I've had with a client. Let me see.
There's so many.
There's so
you
many.
Can pick.
There is so many challenges. I'm trying to think of a specific because I don't want to lie. Let's see. Oh yeah. This was actually not a hectic one, but it did stand out a little bit for me. So now, here's one thing that a lot of people out there don't know. Like, so we as a photographer, like, especially if we do it full time, I do photography full time. I make all my money from photography. You get what I mean? You will get there, bro. You see, you get there. You're gonna do full time.
All right. What if my boss sees this? Nah, not full time.
No, not full time. He does it part time. All right, but I do photography full time. Yeah. It's my bread and butter. Photography, videography, editing, retouching. I do it full time. So when every time, all my time commitment to what I do really matters. Like, so when so I had a client who booked me, and the idea was we picked the date already.
Okay.
But here's the thing. I have a package that even as low as 1.5 just to accommodate everyone, because not everybody can, like, you get what I mean.
Behind,
So like for a 1.5 package, I'm not gonna ask for a deposit. You get what I mean? Well, I could, but like, I feel like sometimes the formality kills the fun of these things.
Agree.
But at the same time, the formalities also is needed to keep you safe. So now here's
both aspects.
Exactly.
Both photographer and the
exactly.
Client, yeah.
So now I have someone who book a package of 1.5, and we keep the client keep postponing to different date. Because now what happens is when you book a date, I already keep that date open for you. That means I'm not taking any other bookings for that day. So now when you postpone from that day, that means I've lost that day. That day is money. Every day for me is money. I need to make something. I need to make money. I love money. Yeah, I love money. Yeah, you get me. Yeah,
just give me some.
You must give me some. Yeah.
I don't know.
But yeah, so I think that's one of the biggest challenges I've encountered so far, and the client keep postponing to the extent that the show was actually cancelled, and she asked for a refund, and I was just like, cool. I just like I feel like that's also part of my challenge, but it's something I'm working on personally. But yeah, it sucked that a lot of people don't see our side of the story when it comes to our commitment to time. Like, time really matters. Trust me, you think we like you say, you think we just sitting on your photos. We're working on your photo.
We really are.
We're editing your photo to make it look as perfect as possible for you, the way you want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So now back to you. What's your greatest challenge so far?
Actually, it's a very similar story. It's like you just told me this story, right? So I had a client that booked to shoot. It was quite an extensive shoot. Money was good.
Yeah, definitely.
So this client, we picked a date, and then it was quite a lengthy shoot, and it was going to be midweek. So I took leave for the day because I don't want it to hinder with my job.
Oh boy.
Took leave for the day. The day before I call, it's just etiquette to just make sure that everyone is fine.
Yeah.
The day before, just check, is the makeup artist fine? Is everyone ready?
For tomorrow?
Yeah, and I'm calling around 5. They're like, oh no, they didn't tell you that we canceled. I took leave for that day.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, fine. I'm like, okay, just tell me the new date. And then I just took the day, relaxed. And then I went back to work the following day. They did the same thing a second time.
Ouch.
Right?
Ouch.
Now, I called one of the guys in the industry. I'm relatively new in the industry, right? And I called this guy. I'm like, bro,
this is happening.
Bro. And I explained the situation. And then he asked me this one question. He's like, did they pay? And I said, yes. He said to me, the next time they want a date, let them book again. Because they've used up their time. Because you're selling, we don't just sell a service. We sell service and time. And then, I took that money.
Nice.
And then they asked for a refund one time. And I'm like, I can't give you a refund. But remember, there was a day where I took leave.
Yeah. That was work days.
Yeah, that's my leave day. That's my money.
Yeah.
So I can't give you your money back.
Yeah. Whew. Amen. Awesome. We're doing well so far. Yeah. All right, cool. So we are approaching. You'll be fine, bro. All right, so approaching the end of the episode now. So now I just want you to give me, so like to the viewers out there, especially to retouchers out there, upcoming retouchers and editors out there, what advice or tips would you give them? Just like a short, simple one. Yeah.
Just trust your instinct. I think trust your instinct. Like, I could teach you all the technical skills that I use, and then I use these values on a mixer brush, and there's all like we can share all of that. But that's not what's going to make our pictures greater. You need to trust that creative process that made you come into this industry
in the first place.
It has to make sense to you when you like it, and you just trust your creativeness. I think you're gonna go further. If I try to create any type of work, it's a recipe for disaster. If someone else tries to start retouching like Luddy, there's already a Luddy. So just be yourself and just trust the creative instinct that you have. And I think we're gonna all go far.
Awesome. Shit, that's deep. all right, cool. And the last one is, now I want you to share your different platform with the guys where they can find you: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Tinder, OnlyFans, PCS, LinkedIn, the whole platform. Anywhere they can find you, put everything out there. Yeah, the whole shebang.
Let's start with my OnlyFans. I'm running a special. I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay, I only have a Twitter and Instagram. And my Facebook got hacked, and it's quite difficult to rename your Facebook. Okay. Yeah. So I go by Luddy Mabota on all platforms. It's LUDDY _MABOTHA. So I use my name on all my platforms. Okay. Just to make it simple for people to be able to find me.
Awesome.
Right there.
All right. Yo, thanks so much for coming through today, bro. I really
Thank
appreciate
you so much, man. You do so much for the industry. I think people don't give you your flowers enough. You do so much for the industry. You're always available. You listen. I know you help a lot of upcoming photographers. I think keep it up. We don't take that for granted. Sure. Sometimes, yes, our egos get in. We're creators. We're creators. We're emotional. But I think more than anything, we appreciate what you do.
Thanks so much, brother.
Shit.
Oh, man.
It's gonna cry to this kid.
Thanks so much, brother. Thanks so much, brother. I appreciate it. Awesome. All right. Thank you guys again for joining us in this episode, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.